The entertainment world is absolutely on fire right now. And trust me, you're not going to believe the chaos unfolding in the Harris household. What started as just another messy family drama has exploded into a scandal so outrageous, so jaw-dropping, that fans everywhere are left speechless. King Harris DI and Tiny's son has found himself at the center of a storm that nobody saw coming. His so-called baby mama has just dropped a bombshell that threatens to change everything. A leaked tape that allegedly exposes King in ways nobody ever expected. And if that wasn't shocking enough, guess who's right there adding fuel to the fire? None other than Boosie himself, laughing, clowning, and throwing shade like never before. The streets are buzzing, social media is boiling over, and the Harris family is scrambling to control the narrative. T.I. is furious, Tiny is heartbroken, and King, well, he's caught between humiliation, betrayal, and an onslaught of public ridicule. Meanwhile, Boosie is having the time of his life, trolling T.I. and calling out King in ways that are downright ruthless. But behind the jokes and the memes lies a much deeper tension, one that could rip this family apart for good. The scandal began like a spark in dry grass small, but dangerous enough to spread before anyone had time to react. King Harris, already known for his rebellious streak and unpredictable behavior, woke up one morning to find his name trending for all the wrong reasons. His so-called baby mama had just gone public with a shocking claim. She was in possession of a tape that would change everything people thought they knew about King. At first, fans thought it was another attention-seeking stunt. After all, drama seemed to follow King wherever he went. But within hours, blurry snippets of the leaked footage began surfacing online, and the internet lost its mind. The clip was messy, chaotic, and grainy, but it was enough for viewers to claim they had seen what King never wanted out in the public. And in the cruel, unforgiving world of social media, the whispers turned into shouts, rumors spread that King was exposed in a gay tape. Some fans defended him, insisting the footage was fake or edited, while others wasted no time in dragging him through the mud. Hashtags piled up, memes flooded every platform, and the Harris family name became a trending disaster overnight. T.I., who has always prided himself on being the protector of his family and his legacy, reportedly went into full damage control mode. "Man, y'all not finna play with my boy like that?" he allegedly snapped during a heated phone call. Pacing around the studio, Tiny, on the other hand, was torn between concern for her son's emotional state and rage at the betrayal by the baby mama. She was heard telling close friends, "This ain't just messy, this is cruel." She knows exactly what she's doing. But the person who seemed to enjoy the entire fiasco the most was Boosie. As soon as the leak hit the blogs, Boosie wasted no time in hopping on Instagram Live, laughing hysterically and poking fun at both King and T.I. Man. "This boy done got caught lacking in 4,000, he said, shaking his head with a grin. "T.I. better focus on his own house instead of trying to check everybody else. Y'all always talking about respect, but look at your own seed." The live session was pure chaos. Fans flooded Boosie's comments with laughing emojis, fire emojis, and messy questions. Some begged him to stop, but Boosie only doubled down. "I told y'all before, them Harris kids ain't built like that," he continued, chuckling. "They tryna act gangsta, but life always gone, show the truth. Now the truth out here for everybody to see." Meanwhile, King himself was spiraling. Insiders close to the family claimed he locked himself in his room for hours, refusing to eat or talk to anyone. He scrolled through comment after comment, each one harsher than the last, until he finally threw his phone across the room in anger. "Man, everybody think they know me," he reportedly shouted. "They don't know a damn thing." The emotional toll was heavy, not just because of the tape itself, but because the betrayal came from someone he once trusted. His baby mama had turned what should have been a private matter into a weapon to humiliate him. Fans were divided. Some expressed sympathy, pointing out that everyone deserves privacy and nobody should have to endure such exposure. Others weren't as kind, labeling him soft, fake, or exposed. One viral tweet read, King wanted street cred so bad, but he out here in a tape like this. Karma always catches up. The drama didn't stop there. Within days, rumors started swirling that Boosie had even more dirt on the Harris family and was waiting for the perfect moment to drop it. Bloggers speculated that Boosie and the baby mama were in contact, feeding each other information just to keep the scandal alive. This ain't just about King no more. One popular gossip blogger claimed, "This is about tearing down the Harris brand completely. T.I. Could no longer stay silent. During a family meeting, his frustration boiled over. "I built this family's name with my blood, sweat, and tears," he said, slamming his hand on the table. "And now, 'cause of some childish mess, everybody trying to clown us. King, you've got to stand tall through this. Don't let these people break you." King, however, wasn't having it. With tears in his eyes, he fired back. "Easy for you to say, Pops. You ain't the one they laughing at. You ain't the one they making memes about. I can't even step outside without feeling like everybody's staring." Tiny tried to mediate, holding her son's hand and begging both men to calm down. But the tension was undeniable. The scandal had created a rift, not just between King and the public, but between King and his own family, while the Harris household dealt with their internal turmoil. Boosie continued to escalate things. He dropped a freestyle on his Instagram story, throwing subliminal shots at King. "Token, big in the streets, but the streets don't believe ya," he rapped. Whole world laughing. "You a walking teaser." Fans couldn't tell if Boosie was serious or just trolling for clout. But one thing was clear, he had no plans of letting up. The more Boosie mocked, the more King's anger boiled. Late one night, he went live on Instagram himself, his face red with fury. "Man, y'all think this a joke?" he shouted at the camera. "Y'all think I'm just gone, sit here and let Boosie or anybody play with my name? I ain't no joke. I ain't no meme. I'm a real one, and I'ma prove it." But the live didn't calm fans down and only added fuel to the fire. Viewers clipped moments of his rant, turning them into new memes. Some even remixed his words into songs, mocking him further. Boosie laughed harder than ever, reposting clips of King's meltdown with captions like, "Boy need a hug." Behind the scenes, industry insiders whispered that this scandal could have long-term consequences for King's career. Any hopes of following in his father's footsteps as a respected rapper now seemed in jeopardy. Instead of headlines about his music, the only thing people could talk about was the leaked tape and Boosie's constant clowning. As the dust continued to swirl, fans began questioning the baby mama's motives. Why leak the tape now? Why embarrass King on such a massive scale? Some speculated she was after revenge, while others believed she was working with someone else to destroy King's reputation. One messy blog even claimed she had been in secret conversations with Boosie before the tape dropped. Whether true or not, the rumor spread like wildfire, painting her as a mastermind villain in the entire situation. Tiny reportedly confronted her directly, calling her late at night. "Girl, do you know what you've done?" she snapped. "You didn't just hurt King, you hurt all of us. The whole family's suffering because of your bitterness." The baby mama, however, was unapologetic. "Maybe now y'all will stop acting like y'all untouchable?" she allegedly replied coldly before hanging up. That phone call left Tiny shaken. She realized this was no longer just a scandal, it was a war. And the Harris family was under attack from multiple directions. With Boosie standing at the front line, laughing at their pain, but the story was far from over. Because just when fans thought the situation couldn't get any messier, another shocking twist was waiting to explode. The next twist came in the form of a late-night live stream from the baby mama herself. She appeared on camera with a smug smile, sipping on a drink like she had just won the lottery. Her followers skyrocketed as curious viewers piled into the chat, waiting to hear what she would say. "Y'all mad at me?" "Please," she sneered, tossing her hair. "I ain't the one who recorded that. He did. I just gave the world what it deserved to see." The comment section exploded. Some fans accused her of being spiteful and jealous, while others egged her on, demanding more receipts. She didn't hesitate. Pulling out her phone, she flashed what appeared to be screenshots of private messages between her and King. The messages hinted at arguments, accusations of cheating, and King begging her not to expose him. "Don't do this to me," one message read. "You know how people gonna treat me if you put that out." Those screenshots sent fans into a frenzy. If real, they painted King as desperate and vulnerable, confirming that he knew exactly how damaging the tape could be. Within minutes, blogs picked up the story, and hashtags like #KingBegging and #BabyMamaReceipts started trending. When Boosie saw the live, he nearly lost his mind laughing. He jumped on his own page and replayed clips of the baby mama showing the receipts. "Look at this, man," Boosie hollered, clutching his stomach from laughter. "She out here dropping text messages like mixtapes. Boy, this ain't even a scandal no more, it's a comedy show." The mockery cut deep. King, who was already struggling with the humiliation of the tape itself, now faced the added blow of his private conversations being weaponized against him. He stormed into the living room where T.I. and Tiny were watching the news coverage. "This ain't fair," he shouted, his voice cracking. "Everybody against me, her, Boosie, the blogs, the fans. Why nobody got my back?" T.I. tried to keep his composure, but his frustration showed. "We do got your back, son," he replied firmly. "But you gotta understand, once something hit the internet, ain't no tucking it back. We can't erase it, we can only stand strong through it. You folding under pressure, and that's what they want to see." King wasn't satisfied. He pointed a finger at his father, his eyes filled with rage. "Easy for you to say? You ain't never had to deal with the whole world laughing at you like this. You don't know how it feels." Tiny quickly stepped in, wrapping her arms around her son to calm him down. "Baby, we're gonna get through this together," she whispered. But even she looked doubtful, her eyes betraying the worry she carried inside. Meanwhile, Boosie escalated the feud even further. He went on another live and directly addressed T.I. "You always trying to preach about family, about respect, about being real," he said mockingly. "But look at your own household. Look at your boy. If that was my son, I wouldn't even show my face in public right now." The disrespect sent shockwaves across the industry. Other rappers started chiming in, some siding with Boosie, others defending T.I. and King. One rapper tweeted, "Boosie wild for this. Clownin' a kid over private business is low." Another wrote, "Nah, Boosie, just saying what everybody else thinking." King been actin' reckless for years. The debate spilled into podcasts, YouTube commentary channels, and even mainstream gossip shows. Everyone had an opinion. And the Harris family could no longer escape the constant spotlight. Behind closed doors, T.I. began plotting his response. According to insiders, he considered suing the baby mama for revenge porn and defamation, while also exploring legal action against bloggers who spread the footage. "They gone learn not to play with my family name," he reportedly told his legal team, but just as the family tried to regain control, another blow landed. An anonymous account dropped new audio recordings online, supposedly of King crying on the phone to the baby mama after she threatened to leak the tape. In the clip, a shaky male voice could be heard saying, "Please, I'll do anything. Just don't do this." You know what it'll do to me? Fans instantly recognized the voice as King's, though the family never confirmed it. The audio went viral, sparking a wave of cruel jokes. "Man out here begging like he on a soap opera," one user tweeted. "Forget King Harris, this a king of tears." Boosie reposted that exact tweet with laughing emojis, further humiliating King in front of millions. The pressure pushed King closer to his breaking point. One night he posted a series of cryptic Instagram stories. "Y'all don't know how much pain this bringing me," he wrote. "Sometimes I wonder if it's even worth it." Fans panicked, worried he was hinting at something darker. Messages of support flooded in. But so did more ridicule.t.I, and Tiny reportedly rushed to check on him, fearing for his mental health. "Don't let them break you, son," T.I said softly, for once dropping his tough exterior. "This ain't the end of your story. It's just a chapter." Still, King struggled to believe it. How I'm supposed to move on when every time I open my phone, it's me they clown in. Boosie gone keep dragging me forever. I can't escape it. As if things couldn't get worse. Rumors began circulating that the baby mama had even more tapes and was considering leaking them too. Bloggers claimed she had bragged to friends about having backup material just in case the attention died down. This revelation sent fans into another frenzy. Tiny confronted her son directly. "King, tell me the truth," she asked, her voice trembling. "Is there more out there? Do we need to prepare for more of this?" King buried his face in his hands, refusing to answer. His silence was all the confirmation she needed, and that's when Boosie struck again. During a radio interview, he laughed as he said, "Man, if she got more tapes, I hope she drop M. Keep the series going. This better than reality TV. The Harris show ain't never been this entertaining." Fans couldn't believe the audacity, but Boosie thrived on the chaos. Every time he spoke, the drama only grew. And King sank deeper into shame. The Harris family now faced a devastating reality. Their private business was public spectacle, and no matter how much they tried to control the narrative, Boosie and the baby mama always stayed one step ahead. But just when it seemed King had reached his lowest point, something unexpected happened. Outsider entered the drama, shifting the entire conversation in a way nobody could have predicted. The outsider who suddenly entered the scene was none other than 50 Cent. And if there's one thing fans know about him, it's that he loves drama almost as much as Boosie. Out of nowhere, he posted a meme of King on his Instagram page, side by side with a crying baby gif, captioned, "When the street's too much for Lil King." The post instantly went viral. Fans gasped, some laughing, some horrified. If Boosie's constant clowning hadn't already broken King's spirit? Now one of hip-hop's biggest trolls had joined the circus. Comments poured in. "Not 52. King can't catch a break." This turning into a roast session of the year. T.I. Couldn't believe it. Already furious with Boosie, he now had to deal with another heavyweight mocking his son. Behind the scenes, sources claimed T.I. called 50 directly, demanding he delete the post. "Man, this ain't a joke," T.I. reportedly said. "My son's mental health at stake. You out here playing games?" But 50, true to form, brushed it off. "Tip, you know the internet gone internet?" he replied casually. "Besides, y'all been frontin' like a perfect family for years. Now folks, see y'all human? It's good for business." This exchange infuriated T.I. even more. Tiny tried to calm him down, warning that lashing out at 50 could make things worse. "You know, he don't stop," she said gently. "You feed into it. He'll keep going forever." While the adults strategized, King felt betrayed all over again. The humiliation piled higher each day, and the outsider interference only deepened his despair. In a tearful conversation with a close friend, he admitted, "I feel like the whole world against me. Boosie, 50, even my baby mama. It's like everybody want me to fail." The friend urged him to step away from social media, but King refused. "Nah, if I disappear, they win. I gotta fight back somehow." So King plotted his own counterattack. One night, he went live once again, this time with a more defiant energy. He addressed Boosie directly. "You steady clowning me like I'm some joke, but remember, you got kids too," he said, staring into the camera. "How you've gone feel when the world clowning them? Don't act like your house perfect, Boosie." Then he turned his fire on 50. "You a legend, no doubt," King admitted, "but it's weak to tear down somebody half your age. If anything, you're supposed to lift me up, not kick me while I'm down." The live stream spread quickly, sparking heated debates online. Some praised King for finally standing up for himself, while others accused him of playing the victim. Boosie responded almost immediately with his own live cackling. "Boy, you think you can check me? You think you can check me? I've been through worse than this when I was your age? You crying on the internet while I'm laughing all the way to the bank." The back and forth grew nastier by the day. Podcasts started hosting debates about generational beef, with hosts asking, is King just a victim of a cruel internet? Or is he reaping what he sowed after years of reckless behavior? One clip of a host saying the kid wanted clout. Now, clout eating him alive went viral on Twitter. In the middle of the chaos, the baby mama struck again, dropping yet another bombshell. This time, she claimed she was offered money by an anonymous source to keep leaking more material. "Y'all don't even know the half of it," she said during an Instagram Q&A. "People bigger than Boosie hitting me up, trying to get me to drop more tapes." The implications sent chills through fans. Was someone orchestrating this whole scandal behind the scenes? Theories ran wild. Some said it was 50 pulling strings for entertainment. Others thought Boosie might have been paying her to keep stirring the pot. A few even suggested rival industry figures wanted to destroy the Harris brand once and for all. Tiny broke down in tears when she heard the rumor. "They trying to ruin us," she sobbed to a family friend. "This ain't even about King anymore. This is about tearing apart everything we built." Double quotes T.I, however, refused to be defeated. He called a private family meeting and laid down the law. "From here on out, we not victims," he declared. "We not letting Boosie 50 or nobody else define us. They want us broken, but we gon' show them strength." King wasn't convinced. "What strength?" he muttered. "Everybody laughing at me. How I'm supposed to walk with my head up when they don't see King, they see memes." Tiny hugged him tight, whispering, "You not a meme to us? You, our son." But even her words struggled to cut through the wall of shame and anger surrounding him. Meanwhile, Boosie turned the situation into a full-blown comedy routine. During a concert, he stopped mid-performance to joke. "Y'all seen King? Boy got his own reality show going on and I ain't even get a check." The crowd roared with laughter, recording every moment and reposting it across platforms. Each time Boosie poked fun, King's fury deepened. Close friends revealed he started spending late nights in the studio, pouring his pain into raw, angry tracks. "If they won't respect me as a man, they gon't respect me as an artist," he reportedly said, but the internet wasn't ready to give him that chance. Snippets of his new songs leaked online, and fans mocked his lyrics as emo rap and desperate clout chasing. Boosie laughed again, posting, "Boy went from gangsta to Drake in 2 weeks." The relentless ridicule reached a boiling point. When King confronted his baby mama face-to-face at a private gathering, the heated argument reportedly turned explosive, with shouting so loud neighbors called security. Witnesses claimed King screamed, "You ruined my life," while she fired back, "You ruined it yourself." After the altercation, blogs reported that King was considering cutting all ties with her permanently, regardless of their child. This revelation sparked yet another round of debates. Should he take responsibility, or was she entirely to blame for exploiting their relationship? Through it all, Boosie kept his foot on the gas, but whispers began spreading that maybe he'd gone too far. Even some of his own fans started questioning whether mocking a young man's private pain was crossing a line. One commenter wrote, "Boosie, funny sometimes, but this one feel cruel. He poking at a wound that ain't healed." For the first time, Boosie seemed slightly defensive. During a casual chat on Live, he said, "Man, I'm just saying what everybody already thinking. Don't blame me, blame the streets." But his words didn't land the same. The tide of public opinion was starting to shift, even if just a little, King noticed. And for the first time in weeks, he saw a tiny sliver of hope that maybe, just maybe, he could reclaim the narrative yet, just as the family began to regroup. An even bigger twist erupted, one that threatened to drag not just King, but T.I. himself directly into the scandal in a way no one saw coming. The twist that sent shockwaves through the entire industry came late one Friday night, when a mysterious account dropped a supposed audio recording of T.I. himself. The clip was muffled, clearly recorded during a private conversation, but fans swore they recognized his voice. In the audio, the man who sounded like T.I. could be heard saying, "King brought this on himself. I told him to stop acting reckless, but he ain't listen. Now he embarrassing all of us." The leak hit the internet like a bomb. Within minutes, headlines screamed that T.I. had turned on his own son. Fans were stunned. Was the family already divided behind closed doors? Was the father really blaming his child while the world laughed at him? Blogs ran wild with theories. Some argued the audio was fake, edited to frame T.I., others believed it was real and exposed the cracks within the Harris household. Either way, it added another layer of chaos to an already spiraling situation. Boosie, of course, wasted no time reacting. He went live within an hour of the leak, grinning from ear to ear. See what I'm saying? Boosie cackled. Even his daddy don't believe in him. If your own pops say you embarrassing the family, you know you've done messed up bad. Tip finally keeping it real for once. Fans flooded the comments with laughing emojis, while others criticized Boosie for continuing to pour salt on an open wound. But the damage was done. King felt betrayed like never before. He confronted his father in the kitchen the next morning, slamming his phone on the table. "So that's how you feel about me?" he shouted, his eyes filled with hurt. "You think I'm just an embarrassment? You think I ruined this family?" T.I. raised his hands defensively. "Son, I ain't say nothing like that," he insisted. "That audio fake? They twisted my words just to break us apart." But King wasn't convinced. "Nah, I heard it with my own ears," he snapped. And guess what? The whole world heard it too. "You just like everybody else, you laughing at me behind my back." Tiny rushed in, trying to calm the storm. "Baby, your daddy wouldn't do that to you," she pleaded. "This is exactly what they want to turn us against each other. Don't let them win." But King stormed out, slamming the door, leaving his parents shaken and broken. Meanwhile, Boosie escalated his clowning into a full-on campaign. He dropped a parody video on Instagram, pretending to be T.I. scolding King. Wearing oversized glasses and mimicking T.I.'s southern drawl, he shouted, "Boy, you done embarrassed the whole family. I can't even go to Walmart no more." The skit went viral instantly, racking up millions of views. The parody was the final straw for many fans. Even those who had laughed before started criticizing Boosie for crossing the line. "This ain't funny no more," one user tweeted. "He's playing with a kid's mental health." Another added, "Boosie obsessed with this. It's weird now." Yet Boosie brushed it off, insisting he was just keeping it real, behind closed doors. The Harris family grew desperate. T.I. reached out to lawyers to investigate the source of the leaked audio, determined to prove it was doctored. Tiny, however, focused on protecting King's mental health, urging him to see a therapist and step away from social media. But King resisted, convinced that disappearing would make him look weak. The baby mama, sensing the spotlight fading from her, tried to reignite the drama by teasing another leak. During a Q&A, she smirked and said, "Let's just say the first tape wasn't the only one. I still got plenty more in the vault." The internet went wild, speculating what she meant. Fans begged her to stop, while others egged her on. Boosie reposted her clip with the caption, "Drop the season finale already." The cruel humor kept the scandal alive. Even as King's emotional state grew worse, rumors swirled that King had gotten into a heated fight with friends who teased him about the tape. One insider claimed he punched a hole in the wall during an argument, screaming, "Y'all gone, stop playing with me." The story only added fuel to the public image of a young man spiraling out of control. T.I. knew he had to take drastic measures. During a surprise family press conference, he stood beside Tiny and King, addressing the public directly. "We a family, and we stand together through thick and thin," he said firmly. "Y'all can laugh, y'all can gossip, but what you not gonna do is break us apart. My son is human, just like any of y'all. And if you think clowning a teenager makes you real, you the one who need to look in the mirror?" The statement sparked mixed reactions. Some fans applauded the show of unity, while others accused T.I. of damage control. Boosie, of course, mocked the press conference too. "Man, that was the weakest family meeting I ever seen." He chuckled on live. "They look like they rehearsed that whole thing. Ain't nobody believing that?" But despite Boosie's constant attacks, a shift in public sentiment slowly began. More fans started sympathizing with King, pointing out that he was being bullied on a massive scale. One viral thread read, "Imagine being a kid, making mistakes, and the whole internet won't let you breathe. Boosie, too old to be beefing with somebody half his age." Even celebrities started speaking out. One R&B singer tweeted, "Mental health is real. We can't keep laughing at this kid's pain." Another wrote, "Boosie being messy for views. Enough is enough." The tide was turning, but the damage was undeniable. King's name had become synonymous with scandal, memes, and humiliation, no matter how much sympathy grew. The shadow of the tape and Boosie's relentless clowning loomed over him. In a rare, quiet moment, King confided in his mother. "Ma, I just want this to be over," he whispered. "I want to start fresh, away from all of this." Tiny stroked his hair, fighting back tears. "We'll get through it, baby. You stronger than you think." But deep down, King wondered if he'd ever truly escape the scandal. Every headline, every tweet, every joke reminded him that his mistakes and betrayals by people he trusted would follow him for years to come. And Boosie, he continued to clown, though now with fewer laughs backing him up. The internet had begun to question his obsession, and some fans turned on him, calling his behavior weird and low. Yet the damage had been done. The scandal had forever altered the way people saw King Harris, divided the Harris family, and left fans questioning just how far people would go for clout and laughs. And while the dust seemed to settle, one question still lingered in everyone's mind: was this truly the end of the saga? Or was the baby mama still holding on to another bombshell waiting to drop? As the dust begins to settle, one thing is certain: the Boosie versus Harris family drama has left fans divided, shocked and more glued to the internet than ever before. From the baby mama's ruthless leaks, to Boosie's nonstop clowning, to 50 Cent jumping in with his signature trolling, the saga has been nothing short of explosive. What started as a single leaked tape spiraled into a public battle filled with betrayals, accusations, and heartbreak that no one could have predicted. King Harris has been pushed to his emotional limits, fighting not only Boosie's ruthless jokes, but also the endless commentary of millions of strangers who think they know his life. Tiny has struggled to hold her family together, while T.I. has been forced to defend both his legacy and his son's dignity against a storm that refuses to calm. And through it all, the baby mama has stood at the center, unapologetic, fueling a scandal that will be remembered as one of the messiest in hip-hop gossip history. But what happens next? Will Boosie finally cross a line that makes the entire internet turn against him? Will King manage to rebuild his image and turn his pain into power? And most importantly, is the baby mama still holding on to even more footage that could reignite this fire all over again? The truth is, nobody knows where this drama will go from here. And that's exactly why fans can't look away. Now it's your turn. What do you think about all of this? Is Boosie just being real, or has he gone way too far clowning a young man in the middle of his pain? Do you think King Harris will bounce back stronger, or is this scandal too big to recover from? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the chaos, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more wild updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next twist in this ongoing saga.